Are you ready to be set free? Well, I have good news for you because today we are going to be talking about step 7, where we humbly ask God to remove our shortcomings. But before we do, we're going to quickly go back and review the foundation that we've been laying in the first 6 steps. The first step, we admitted we were powerless, not really over alcohol, but over our parents' alcoholism, or perhaps another family member's alcoholism. Step 2, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Step 3, we made a conscious decision to turn our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. Step 4, we made a searching, fearless, moral inventory of ourselves. Step 5, we admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another person the exact nature of our wrongs. In step 6, we became entirely ready for God to remove our shortcomings. And in step 7, we are going to humbly ask Him to remove our shortcomings. So step 7 is really about transformation, because we need God's help to get rid of these things that are holding us back, these character traits, habits that we have, conversation patterns. It can be any number of things. For me, the list is endless because I got aplenty. So I definitely have needed God's help through the years to remove those character defects. And He has been faithful. And one thing that He does, and I love this so much, in Deuteronomy chapter 7, I think it's verse 22, He talks about removing the beasts of the field one at a time. Because in the days of the children of Israel, when they were wandering in the desert, when they finally went into the promised land, there were beasts in the fields. And God promised He would take them away, but little by little, so that the weeds would not grow too numerous for the children of Israel. So that's a beautiful example of how God removes our shortcomings. He does it gently. And you may be a little bit anxious about it. You may be a little fearful. And that's fine. If you are, that would be normal. But it's really about becoming the person that God has intended us to be. And He is going to give us the strength to be able to live that new life in His purpose, in His way, doing things prompted by the Spirit as much as we can. Nobody does it all the time. We're all human. We all have our moments. And it's an ongoing process of drawing closer to Jesus all the time and finding out where we need to grow and what we need to change. But I know that I will be given the strength to do this because He has promised it. And I can also rest in the knowledge that my shortcomings no longer have to define me. I don't have to be defined by that controlling, bossy person that I've always been. I don't have to be defined by that anymore because He's going to set me free. And remember, it's not about perfection either. We're not just going to move on to the 8th step and it's going to be done. No, it won't be done. It really won't be done until we go home to be with the Lord. It's all a process. But coming to this place of surrender where we're going to humbly ask Him to remove our shortcomings is the beginning of the transformation. Now, there's also some misconceptions around the word humility. It sort of has the connotation in today's society of weakness or kind of being a doormat or letting people walk all over you or always saying yes whenever the pastor calls you for help or a friend calls you for help. That's really not what it means. Humility is just about knowing who we are before God, that He's God and we're not. When you think about the fact that I can't take another breath without His help, My heart's not going to beat another beat without his help. It's humbling. It's humbling. And we cannot do these things alone. But with him, we know that all things are possible. So I just want to give you courage today. I just want to give you some peace, just knowing that God is on your side. He is for you. He wants you to be set free, to be the person that he's created you to be, the best version of yourself. You know, in society says your authentic self. It's kind of a catchphrase, so I don't want to overuse that. But God had a plan for us when he created us. And we want to spend every day moving towards that goal of being the person that he has created us to be. That's when we'll be at our happiest, our most joyful, and for sure, our most peaceful. If you like what we're doing here at Faith Forward Coaching, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe, of course. And there is a free document in the link below. You can click on that and it will download a worksheet where you can work through a 3-step process to surrender any problem that's bothering you. A lot of us, for adult children of alcoholics or Al-Anoners or Codependents Anonymous, it can be another person's behavior a lot of times. It can be that we need to learn how to deal with and kind of get a handle on. But it's there, and it's really good for any problem because the 12 steps works for everything. So it's the first 3 steps with some scriptures and some ideas to just help you work through that situation and just let it go. And you also get a 20-minute discovery call with me, and I can help you work through that process. I'd love it if you would reach out to me in the comments and let me know what's going on with you. I'll be glad to pray for you. I absolutely will pray for you. I know God has called me to this work. I have been dealing with alcoholism all of my life, and I'm coming up on the big 7-0. So I have quite a bit of experience. I've been through a lot of recovery. I've been through a lot of inner healing. And I would just love it if you would join me on the healing journey. I would be so honored. So I will be back in touch soon. And until then, God bless.